Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live Wednesday morning, 10:30 a.m. It is January 24. You can find me every Wednesday morning right here on my Facebook business page, facebook.com/dazzled by stamping, and you can find me any other time on my website at dazzledbystamping.com. So you can find classes and you can place orders and you can find the online version of catalogs and what else is there? Information about my teams, all that sort of thing. Hi, Sandy. Thank you for joining me this morning. I'm going to refresh my screen a second so that I can see comments even while I'm crafting with you. Good morning, Marlene. And hi, Terry. Hey, you made it on time. I didn't even have to remind you. Or you didn't have to miss me. Good job. Oh, we're wet here, I think. Hi, Terry. Are you wet like it's flooding there, or are you just wet because it's rainy today? So I'm excited for today. I did, and thanks for saying. You're welcome. I'm sorry you missed the picture. I'm so sorry. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing, Marlene. I appreciate it. I loved Saturday. I love that day so much. I love spoiling you and having fun. And I was so happy to get a big picture, but I'm sorry that you weren't in it, Terry. I completely forgot about it until Noelle, she's like, I think you might want to do the picture if you're going to do it at all. That's why I tell people to remind me, because I know flooding in daughter's yard, but it is flooding down there. That's not good. Anyway, so I don't know if Noelle ever watches these. I know she's not on Facebook, but thank you, Noelle, again, for your reminder. So, hi, Mario. Thank you for joining me. So, a couple reminders for you before I go do the randomizer. I have it all set up. We have 2 spots left for, hi, Dot. I have 2 spots left for retreat, late registration, so it's $85 instead of $65. But there are 2 spots left, but they will be gone by Saturday. It closes completely Saturday. No more add-ons. So the retreat is February 10, all day long, and we spoil you again that day. I don't cook for you so much that day. Todd either. Oh, but he does make fruit salad. That's a good thing. So we do, hi, Nancy. So you get a goodie bag and pillow gifts throughout the day, and we do feed you lunch and supper, and you get to make a couple projects with stuff from your goodie bags, and you bring whatever you want to work on. So it can be, I remember one time somebody brought coupons to cut. It was time to cut coupons. So that was one of the projects she bought. So you can bring whatever you want, but it needs to not make a mess. Like, we've had some people do painting things, but it needs to be like simple. No spilling paint everywhere. Thanks. I'm glad you love the goodie bags. Oh, I saw that. Good reason to stay in and stamp. Rare to rain at all here, which caused flooding and flash flood. I saw that, Sandy. I wasn't sure how close it was to you. I should have checked in with you. So Todd is actually off this week. This was supposed to be a vacation week, and then we changed all our plans. And so instead of, Todd still took a vacation. He needed time off. He hadn't had a week off since we went to Maine back in May. So he has the week off. But we were considering going somewhere else. It was originally going to be to Mexico with our kids. It is normal for rain here. Not a big deal, just rare. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Well, so I told you, I think, maybe it was in person, not on live, Todd's always wanted to go to San Diego. And so I was like looking at things as a possibility of switching. Oh, backing up just a little bit. So the kids are actually going on our incentive trip with us. So we decided to combine our family trip with my incentive trip. So we're all going end of April, beginning of May. So, but we were considering, I was looking at San Diego, like, is that something we can do for this week while Todd's off? But then we didn't end up going anywhere, and we're just sort of loving. We had a fun shopping day. I don't really like to shop. I know that may sound weird for a woman, but I don't like to shop. I go grocery shopping. That's it. But we did a little shopping day, and we had part of a work day, and we went to see a movie yesterday. And anyway, we're just having fun. And he said, "I'm glad we decided not to go anywhere." And then after he said that, I saw the flash flood stuff going on in San Diego. I'm like, oh yeah, good thing we didn't consider that one this time. Whew. Exactly, Sandy. That is totally the case. Anyway, so I don't know how I got on that. So I told you about retreat, 2 spots left. I also have a new class that I opened, but I have not sent a, hi Kathy. I haven't sent a, hi Jennifer. You're also in San Diego, aren't you? Are you faring okay with your weather going on? Sandy Katz that's on here is also in San Diego. I have a hubby Valentine class, or hubby's Valentine class, I think is what I called it. I haven't sent out an invitation yet, even though I opened it, I think Friday night, and talked about it Saturday, but I still haven't gotten to sending out an invitation. So the idea is that if you think, okay, gotcha. If you think that your hubby would like crafting for you and making something for you for Valentine's Day, the idea is for him to come to the class instead of you. So I've always wanted to do this. I've had this idea for a long time and I haven't ever done it. So the plan is for it to be February 13th, so the night before Valentine's Day, and registration deadline is the 6th, so the week before. And so they will get to make a card and a gift for you. So the class is $20 or free with a $25 order from you or him. However you'd like to do that. So I'm hoping that people are interested. It doesn't have to be a husband. It could be a boyfriend or, whatever. So if you think you'd be interested in having fun, and getting to know me more, I know some of your husbands, but not all of them, maybe they would want to hang with me. So, on Saturday, somebody asked if Todd was teaching the class, and he said, well, I just heard about it today. So that's debatable. We'll have to see about that one. And of course he's like, if they want to make stick people, sure. Anyway, so that's a class that I have. And I'm also opening up a Stamp-A-Stack, celebration Stamp-A-Stack. So we'll be using celebration items and mini catalog items, which will be February 22. Boyfriend would be great. Not so if my hubby found out. That's funny, Nancy. Okay, so those are a couple things. All right, so I'm going to head over to the randomizer quick. So I have a cute little simple card for you and the modified, what do you call that again? Oh, the modified diaper fold that I made last week with the magnetic closure. And I need my Post-it notes and pen. Okay, so I am ready. So I'm going to start my randomizer. And Jamie Rose, you're my first winner, and she just got on. Good morning. You got on just in time, Jamie. You're my first winner of my randomizer. Pick another name and start. Marcia, Marcia won my chocolate another time also. So Marcia, you are my other one. I don't. Oh yeah, she is on here. I couldn't remember if you're on here or not, Marcia. Congratulations, girls. Now you gotta, even though I brought it to you at Hostess Appreciation, now you still gotta come get more chocolate. I love it. Chocolate just, it's a it magnetizes towards Marcia. All right. So today, I'm not doing tons of stamping. I'm doing some folding, and some of you have seen this folding, but I still want to show it on my live. And I have a brand new folding that, yay, I love when you guys get new friends. That makes me happy. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay. So I'm starting out with a diaper fold that I showed on Saturday. It's the normal diaper fold. Last week I showed you the modified diaper fold with the magnet enclosure, or magnet closure. It's not a magnet enclosure. It becomes a magnet enclosure, I guess. But anyway, so I'm going to show you the normal diaper fold, and I'm just going to show you quick. Remember the treat holder you did at Christmas with the 6x6 fold paper? I've been made so many Valentine's Day. Oh, that's awesome. You mean the one where it like sits on top of a Valentine's card? Or is that a different one? I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. That's awesome. I can put a face to your name now, Melanie. I know, I love that. That makes me happy. Okay, so I'm showing you the diaper fold again today, and I'm actually using the same designer paper, 2 pocket fold with, oh yeah. Yeah, that's fun. Now I forget. That starts out with a 6x6. Ooh. I don't even remember how I made that now. Okay, so I'm doing the diaper fold, so I'm going to put you down, and then I'm going to do an origami gift card holder. So, that's a fun treat container with 2 Ghirardellis inside it. Okay, so I'm going to put you down. A magic wand. Who was that? Love the diaper. Hi there. Hi, Jamie. I'm glad that you're here. I'm sorry that you couldn't be here on Saturday. It made me sad. I don't know if you saw my note in what I sent you, but Marlene said to tell you hi, and she was sorry that you weren't there that day. Okay, so I'm gonna unbackwards you, upside down you, and here we go. Okay, we're set. Okay, so this again is the softly stippled designer paper, which is the it's a celebration, one of the celebration packs. I can show you here. So it's this one. I'm not going to pull out all the sheets again. This one. So we used this on Saturday at our actually, it's Jamie Rose was there. It's Jamie Sales that was not there. So Jamie Rose is over in the far corner, and Jamie Sales couldn't make it from Indiana. All the snow went to her. She told me she got 32 inches in 24 hours. That's just craziness. I don't like it. So we used this designer paper. And so I'm going to show it again. I'm just going to show you the fold, and then I'm going to show you one that I already have done. So to do, this is just the standard diaper fold, okay? So to do this, we're starting with 6x6, but you can honestly do this diaper fold with as big or small as you want. So you could start with a full sheet of designer paper, or you could go 9x9, or it just needs to be square. You could start with 3x3 and have this tiny little one. So totally up to you. Just needs to be square. Okay. So I need my bone folder and my designer paper. So I am, Carson is being a stinker. I'm still trying to watch. Where are you listening? Ends up typing wrong names. That's funny. I do that too. If I'm in the middle of typing and somebody talks to me, I type what they say. Oh, this is not a good, I did not cut this designer paper well or something. You guys probably had that same problem on Saturday. My diagonal isn't seeming very diagonally. Okay, there's not a good point here. Okay, so one diagonal to the other. Did you notice, or let me mention to you again in case you did watch me. Hopefully there isn't a lake effect snow dump next year so I can come again. Exactly. That would be lovely. Okay, so backing up just a little bit. So if you watched my live last week and saw the modified one, I did scoring before I did this. For the regular diaper fold, you don't have to do any kind of scoring. You just eyeball. Sometimes that's a problem because you might not end up with perfect corners and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't do any scoring here. That you don't need, technically, you don't need any scoring or any adhesive for this to stay together well. So that's a cool thing about this. Okay, so now I'm taking, you can start with either corner, but I'm taking one of the corners and I'm going to the other side, and the object is for this diagonal side that we folded first to be parallel with this new side that we're making. Does that make sense? So right here where I have my my bone folder, this should be parallel with this. And if you don't remember what parallel is, well, actually, you know what? This grid paper could help me. I should have thought of that the other day. This could help me. Excuse me. So if I put my diagonal, my straight diagonal that I made first, right on this line, then this line should go, oh, this is lovely. Use your grid paper. I might do way better this time. Okay, so I need to keep in mind where this corner is going to be to where this corner should be. Does that make sense? So this line will be straight with this line over here. So I'm going to take a stab at it that it is straight. I struggled with this even on Saturday and even on my samples that I did. Sometimes it's hard to eyeball the straightness. Okay, so I did that one. So here's the first fold. Here's the second fold. Now we're going to fold this one over. And this one, you're doing the same thing. You're lining this up with this top line that you just made, which will end up being, oh, this is way better. Use grid paper if you have it. I'm usually good at eyeballing, but I don't know, that the designer paper works against my eyeballs or something. So now there's a straight line up here. I have my diaper is crossed here. And now I can fold this down. Oh, it's still off a little bit, but oh well. This is supposed to come down right to this point right here. And I think it's because my cutting of my designer paper wasn't great in the first place. Okay, so now, just a sec, I'm going to take it out of one of these that I have samples of over here. Now, I can tuck this in, and it can just stay like this, especially once you have something in it. You definitely remiss. Yes, hope to see you next time. More Stampin' Glass mat if they sign up. Oh, yes. Thank you for that mention, Sandy. So, remember Nadine showed the Stampin' Glass mat, the Glass Mat Studio on Saturday. And there is grid, if you didn't notice it, on the table. There is grid on there so that you can line things up. Excuse me. So, I don't need to use any adhesive. You know how I sort of used it to keep it down, helping the magnet and covering up the magnet and that sort of thing. But you don't need this especially once you have something tucked in here. Nadine uses these all the time for tea bags because her team is Terrific Crafters. So here's this, and I'm going to show you the done one that is the same as what we did at Hostess Appreciation. So what we used for these, I want to show you really quickly. What we used for these were dies. It's called the Love of Spring dies, and it is an add-on that only Paper Pumpkin subscribers can order. And it goes with the kit that we just got, the lavender one, and then the next 2 months of kits. So it coordinates with all that. But you can only do this if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. So here are what we put on the front. One more that's not on here is this this leaf one. These are all of the dies that, oh no, there's the leaf one here. Oh, the one that's not here is this tag. Okay, Jamie says, I made several since Host Appreciation. I'm having fun. Family Christmas. Oh, that's fun. That's good. Okay. And so, reminder, back to what Sandy was saying about the Stampin' the Glass Mat Studio. It is an add-on. It's a $60 value if you join my team this month or next month, only during celebration, and probably while supplies last. So I have, if you have questions, let me know. I would love to have you on my team, of course. If you weren't interested in the Glass Mat Studio, you get $30 of additional product to your kit. So here's one that thanks. I know I like the diaper full too. Here's one that I made, and I'll show you a bunch of the other ones. I put them on my blog today, but I can show them to you when I pop everything back up at the end of this video. Okay, so now I'm going to do the, what is it called? Oh, origami gift card holder. So this one starts with, well, I adjusted it a little bit. One of my team members brought a make and take, and we did this, and her dimensions were different than what mine are, and I watched a different video because it wasn't quite making sense when I was trying to go back and do it. And so my dimensions are different than what I saw also. My dimensions are 9 inches by 10 inches. That's what I'm doing. So, so obviously you need to start with a 12 by 12 piece of designer paper or cardstock. Designer paper would be better. I don't think you could do this with cardstock. It would end up being too thick. So, first thing that we're going to do, about the magnets too, but it will save time as they weren't necessary for the diaper fold in my application. Exactly. Yeah, this way of doing the diaper fold is so easy, and I love that you don't need adhesive. But I wanted to show something where you could make it an enclosure. Okay, question for you. When I did the modified one last week, did I show you the bee box that we got with at our team on stage back in November? That was where we did the magnets originally, and Nadine was like, I need to see those magnets. If I didn't show you that box, I will show you now, but otherwise you can see it on my... Seeing it in person is so much better. Yes, I did show it. Okay, good. Okay, so back to origami gift card holder. So this is the long way. So this is the 10 inches going this way, 9 going this way. So I'm taking this, and I am... Wait. Is this the way I want it? Just a second. Yes, I think this is the way I want it. I am taking this and I am folding it in half. This is my first step. Okay, then I'm opening it up and I'm folding it so that the end of my designer paper meets the halfway mark that I just folded. Before I go to the next one, to make sure that folds well, and it does. I'm going to turn this around and do the same thing here. Fold this in half so that it meets that halfway mark. Everything's lined up, and crease it. Okay, that folds fairly well. Okay, now I'm going to unfold this, and I'm going to fold these corners to that score line. It can't be over the score line or we'll have problems later. So to the score line, and this corner to the score line. Okay, good, that's good. Open this up and do the same thing on these four corners. So what I'm doing when I fold it quick and then unfold it, I'm just checking that it's not going to bend backwards when I fold it. Like it's within there just fine. I didn't do this before, and I caused myself problems sometimes. So doing a quick check before you moving on, that's helpful. Okay. So we fold it in half, then we fold it in half to that line, and then we open it up and fold it in these, corners. Okay, so now we're going to close this, and we're going to turn it around, and we're going to make a little pocket. So I flipped it over. Here's the half line. I'm going to make a little pocket down here. You don't want to be too far up, but you want to make sure that you're at the bottom of this crease. So the crease is not showing on the back. Bye, Nancy and Kathy. Okay, so here's my pocket. Now, so I don't mess up. Just a second. I didn't grab one of these. I was using my business card, which is the same size. Okay, so I don't mess up and do this too tight. I need to lay down my gift card and make sure that this will fit like this. So I'm going to make sure that this is okay. That's good. So I want to make sure that my gift card will fit. And I want to make sure that this is not that this corner is not on this side also. Oh, I didn't do a good job on that. Okay, now this gets tucked in here. Okay, so we have this this little, all the ends are tucked into each other, so it's just a piece that is together. Now we can tuck this in here and fold this closed. And I have a gift card holder. Cool, right? Okay, so now what I want to do is make a belly band. So one of the pieces that was cut off when I cut the designer paper is I cut it into a 1-inch wide strip. So I'm going to use this. I know, I like it. It was funny, with the person that I saw made it, she tucked in, oh, I forgot, I do want to do some stamping in there before I close this up. She tucked in another piece of cardstock or designer paper, even though, like, it's blank right here, unless you have it isn't a really busy design, it is a fun way to make a gift card. Okay, so now I need this a second. And get my cushion under here. I didn't want cushion for when I was doing the bone folder because it just makes it work better. But I want it for photopolymer. So I'm going to put happy birthday right on there. There, now I can tuck it back in. Ha! I love that. Okay, now I can go back to my belly band here. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to put this on the back. And then I'm just wrapping so that there's an overlap here. And I'm just going to use my normal scissors. I'm not going to pull out my paper trimmer. Thank you, girls. Well, I don't know if Mario said anything. You too, Mario, if you said it was cool looking. Okay. So I want this to be on the back. So I decided I wasn't going to pull out my tear and tape just because I had something else close by. Oops, this is not what I want. Where is it? My silicone mat is what I'm looking for. I haven't seen it in a while. Oh, there it is. All right, so what I want to do, so I'm using, instead of tear and tape, I'm using Stamp & Seal Plus. It is much stronger than regular seal. And I'm just being lazy is what. So I put this on here, and I don't want it too tight because we want to be able to slide it off, but I want it a little bit snug so that it stays. Okay, so here's my belly band that can slide off either way. All right, and then I want to, I'm going to use this, where did I put it? This little tag that was from these dies. I have a question. Over all these years, is there a right way or wrong way to use a bone folder? I feel like I do it wrong, hard to explain. I feel like I'm scraping the paper. Okay, there's definitely a better way that will give a better crease. So when I do it, I'm going to try to grab something that needs folding or can be folded. Well, I'll just do this. Okay, so when I do it, there's adhesive on here. I fold it. I feel like I do like sort of a 45-degree angle, so I'm not straight up. You definitely don't want to lay it down. That doesn't, you need an edge. So kind of 45-degree angle. So when I'm pushing it away at a 45 and then pulling it the other way at a 45. Does that make sense? That's okay. I'm here to teach you. So does that make sense? Let's see if I can, I don't know if I can do it for the camera. Okay, so here's, no, it's a bad angle for trying to do it with the camera. Okay, we're gonna call this straight up and down. So when oh yeah, you don't use the point end. You want the edge. You want the length of the thing, that edge. So you don't hold it. I can't get a good angle here because of, okay, there's straight. So tilting it this way at a 45-degree angle, this way I'm going to go in that direction. Whichever way you're tilting it, that's the way you're going to go. Then coming back, you're going to tilt it the 45-degree that way and come back this way. Does that make sense? It does look like a Band-Aid dot. Yeah, no. You're welcome. Okay. So this is from the dies that I was just using. And it's funny. Sometimes I buy stamp sets just for a for you, the words for you. And then when I want to use it, I can't find a stamp set that has for you. Well, I found it. So this is the one that I'm using. This is called Sentimental Park. This is in the full catalog. So this has lots of, well, first of all, it has a big U. Lots of things you can do with it. You are amazing. Just for you. There's for your anniversary, for your graduation, for your new baby. Anyway, this is the stamp set that I'm using. So I want to test this again. You know that you test it every time you use photopolymer and a fabric pad, right? And you know what I mean by fabric pad as opposed to firm foam. Photopolymer is the clear. Fabric, the only fabric pads we have right now are black. Either Memento or Stays On. And in my opinion, the two just, ooh, that looked good. The two just don't seem to like each other very well. So I'm putting a big U on here. And then testing just for. Nice. Putting just for you. Ooh, that's good. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus again. Now I'm putting it on the belly band because I don't want to put it on my actual gift card holder because then I couldn't pull it off. So here's this, and I'm using one more thing that's somewhere here on my table. Oh, okay. Yeah, font is good. It's nice and bold. Okay, so this ribbon, I always forget how to say this word. Where is it? Oh, I guess it's just crinkle. I thought it was the R word, which I don't know how to say. I'm glad I don't have to say it. Okay, this ribbon is a freebie that you can choose. Crinkled ribbon. It's on page 6 or 7 of the Celebration catalog right here. This looks like stripes, but it's not stripes, it's the crinkle. So this is Pool Party, and I'm going to use it on this belly band. It's almost as wide as this. I'm not in love with ribbon that's this wide, but it's kind of pretty, so I'm going with it. Plus, once I tie it, it gets skinnier. So it'll be fine for this thing. But if I'm doing it on a card, I don't really like it this thick. Okay. Use my ribbon scissors, which we don't carry these anymore. It's just what I use. We used to, and they're amazing. So whose was it? Did I tell you this? Somebody had brand new ones or not used ones. Like they hadn't used them much. And I couldn't believe how sharp they were. Can you do the knot again? Mine never looks as good as yours. Sure. Oops. Taking off the whole belly band. Yeah, I haven't shown the knots in a while. And this one actually doesn't look that great, but I'll make it look better. Okay. I can't undo that because I cut it too short. Okay, so here's what I always do. It doesn't matter which way you start. It matters with doing the opposite the next time. Yeah, the ribbon is really pretty. I love Pool Party and Lost Lagoon together. And actually, this Wild Wheat looks amazing with it, too. I love it. Did you see my cards from Hostess Appreciation that I did yesterday on my blog? I love them. Okay, so I think so that you can see better, I'm just going to cut this. It'll be too long, but I'm going to cut it so that my whole thing is out of the way. Because then you need to see the mechanics of it. Okay, so when I do my ribbon, I want to start either left over right or right over left. Rice Krispie treats. R was not Rice Krispie treats. I don't know the word. I don't know how to say it. Ruched. I don't know how to say it. Okay, right over left or left over right, whichever feels better to you, but then you have to do the opposite the next time, okay? So I'm just going to do it this way. If you are left-handed, you might need to do it a different way or whatever. So I'm going to go left over right. Okay, left over right. Now I have both of the ends of my ribbon pointing away from me, okay? Like you want to point them at the wall, basically, okay? It matters. It matters with how the knot comes looking at the end. So, left over right, pointing at the wall, and I'm tucking under the top one. So I'm tucking this under and through the hole that's there and pulling it tight. Okay. Now, see, the problem is trying to keep this tight. So I end up using, oops, I'm off camera, sorry. I end up using my ring finger here to sort of hold this while I'm trying to complete this. And I have cushion here. I want to get this out. Okay, so holding this tight. Now it's important. We want to go back again. We're pointing at the wall again. Both of them are pointing at the wall. And now I need to do right over left because I did left over right the first time. So this needs to be on top. I cross them. The top one again needs to go under and through. And then I can pull it. So now while I'm pulling it, I'm still sort of holding my finger. If I want this nice and square, another thing that I do is I'll just hold this and pull this tight, and look, the square goes right in place. I don't know if you can zoom in on that or not. I'm sorry if you can't. So if I'm holding this, pulling this, the square just stays right there at the top. Did everybody catch that? So now I have way too much ribbon, but I can cut that off. I just want to show you the ends. So I'm going to do it one more time. This time a little bit quicker, okay? I'm going to undo this one though. I'm not just sliding it off. Okay. People forget to point at the wall. And they forget which one has to go under, and that's the two important parts. So I'm going left over right. Top one goes under and through. Pull it tight. It's harder when I'm trying to stay on this belly band. Under and through. Now I'm pointing against the wall. Some people they're going to cross this over, and that's not right. We already did left over right. This one stays underneath it. And if you forgot, haha, funny, Carrie. If you forget which one you did first, look at how they are. This one's on top. This one, just in tying it that first knot, this one is physically on top of the other. So again, we're just crossing it. The top one goes under and through, and then we tighten it. If you want this, if you're struggling getting this square, then just hold on to this one and pull. A lot of times it's, thank you. A lot of times it's just trying to get it tight enough on here. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to cut this off. I'm going to slide this off and put this other one back on that's already cut. If I can. So what you might want to do, I gotta see if I can get it back on here first. What you might want to do, so just the ribbon isn't taken off the the belly band. You might want to put some strong adhesive on the belly band too, so that it will stay with the belly band. There we go. All right, so I'm going to move this over a little bit. Put this down. Put this on there. There, now it'll stay together. I'm gonna put it here too. Put it on the knot. There. And here's my gift card holder. Boy, that was a long gift card holder, wasn't it? I'm going to slide it off and show you the inside again. So, this is actually tucked into here. I don't know how much of that you want to see. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm all done stamping. See, I didn't have much stamping. I just have lots of folding today. Got to get that pinched together so it'll fit in here, right? So I'm going to pop you up in a second. See, this knot isn't as good as the one that I just showed you, but it still looks pretty. Okay, so thank you so much. Oh, hi, Angela. I didn't see you were on here. Okay, I'm going to upside down you, put you backwards again, and lift you up. Hello. Okay, so here is my origami gift card holder. So if you want to see all of it, you'll have to go back and watch from the beginning, because it's a cool way to do it. You use up a lot of designer paper, but you probably can put more things in here. If you wanted to, it ends up being pretty thick. Can you see that? Because you're using almost a whole thing of sheet of designer paper. Okay, so there's that. And so now I'm going to show you all the done diaper folds that I did. So they all have love on them, but they're all using the softly stippled designer paper that is a freebie during celebration. Obviously, some of them are a little bit simpler than others, but they're all using the same dies. And this is just the simple diaper fold. So other than, I did want it to stay down. Sorry, there's too many here now. I did want it to stay down, so I put adhesive down because we're putting all these things on top of it. So I put some adhesive, like, to put the corner down or whatever, but I know I'm going to watch you later. This guy really rambunctious. But as I mentioned before, like, once you have it in this general position and tuck it in, it's helpful. You don't need any adhesive. It will stay. Love it. Okay. So one last thing to tell you. I told you about 2 spots at Retreat for late registration. I'm going to I'm going to send an invite to hubby's Valentine class. I'm excited about that. Celebration Stamp a Stack is going to be coming up. And also my Dazzling Card Club with the bees. You have to register for that by the 26th. So that's this Friday. So you have a couple days left to register for that. The dates of the class are either February 2, the Friday at 10 a.m., or February 6, 10 to or 7 p.m. So that's all that I can think of. And if you have questions about joining my team and all the freebies that you get, let me know. I would love to have you on my team. Thank you for joining me today. I had fun with you and showing you, well, one was a review of something that's been out there for a while. Another one was something new that I found, well, my team member found, and then I shared with you. So I will see you next week. Oh, excuse me. It's so funny when thank you. You're welcome. You guys have a good day too. It's funny when I meet with my team Sunday nights 8:30 p.m. on Facebook Live. Every time I'm yawning. I don't know why I don't yawn today, but this day, it's, I don't know if it's I don't know, habit. I'm plenty, whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Okay, thank you for joining me. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Thanks. Bye.